Hey guys, we're back with some more Kirby 64. Though I don't think this will be a very long stream in terms of Kirby 64, simply because when we last played Kirby 64, we managed to get to the final level of the game. As you can see here, this is the final level, being Ripple Star. In terms of, I guess, if you somehow missed us playing the previous couple of levels, or just in general don't know what the story of this game is, we are assisting a fairy, I guess is the best way to describe it, named Ribbon, who crash landed on Popstar and was carrying something known as the Crystal Shard, or I guess the crystal itself, whilst the rest of it got destroyed on their way from escaping whatever has done this to their planet. And after teaming up with a couple of familiar faces, being a Waddle Dee, Adeline, and King Dedede, we have made our way through the system, like, heading to each of the different, I guess, stars. So we head to Rockstar, Aquastar, Neostar, Shiverstar, and we are now here at Ripple Star. And we got about 67% of the game cleared, collecting that many shards. So, yeah, all that's left for us to do now is obviously do Ripple Star, which is a level of itself, and it's most likely going to be 4 levels and a boss, and get the first ending of the game. Then, after that, we're going to go back and collect the missing shards. I will look up on a walkthrough on that so we can 100% the game. I did look up to see what is required. So you probably remembered when we were doing, I guess, the previous games of like Kirby's Dreamland. Well, I think it was like 2 and 3. Both of them had extra modes that were tied to the 100%. I checked for this game, and it seems that to get 100%, it's simply to see the true ending of the game. That's it. There are extra modes that get opened up for collecting all the crystal shards, but there are no extra modes that need to be done. In fact, even if you vaguely remember us collecting those cards of all the different enemies, they also do not count to the 100%. I actually got really worried thinking that was going to count to the 100% because there are a ton of those cards, but no, those aren't really counted towards the 100%. Those are just a fun little Easter egg for you to do as you play through the game multiple times. But regardless, I guess we shall get going. I did use a load state because whenever you turn the game off, you lose all those extra lives you've been collecting. So I wanted to make sure that I kept those extra lives, considering it's going to be tough, some of these things. Let's get to it. Ah, right, I'm on, like, 1 HP. But yeah, I was mentioning how this game is really charming, to say the least. Let's try and get some copy abilities. Oh, this one's not great. Could use with some HP though. What about this one? Okay, that's way better. Probably not the best for certain bosses and stuff like that, but still better. Gotta say, for a planet that is supposedly under, you know, I guess under attack, it seems pretty peaceful. All things considered. This one doesn't seem too hard. Huh. Gotta say, for the first level of this area, that seemed a bit too easy. I don't know if I should be concerned. Like, we found 2 of the shards for this level alone without too much effort. It was just, oh, by the way, it's just walk forward. Owie. I do like how you can see some of these textures are a bit too high res now. Just because, this is an old game, let's not kid ourselves on that. This is an N64 game. So some of these PNG textures that are definitely were hidden in the background or like blurry for being on an old TV, you can definitely see. Yeah, I feel like there's something here for sure. What would I need? Would I need double stone? What the heck? Oh, is it... What was... Nope. Let me try that again. With the power of save states. I don't actually think I've had this combination before. Oh my goodness, that has a lot of range. Well, it's not what I need. I thought it was going to be what I needed. Oh well. This is so dangerous. I'm taking extra damage. Without wanting to. Okay. I am curious to see what would happen if I combine bomb with bomb. Can't imagine this being a terribly good idea. Oh right, it's the missiles. Maybe I am mistaken and that's not anything in particular. No, surely there's gotta be something there. Oh well, I guess I'll find out when we come back. Alright, onward. Okay, now it's spooky. I was wondering when it was gonna get spooky. Now we're getting to the actual horror of Kirby games. You thought this game was going to be all nice and whimsical. Wrong. Eldritch horrors beyond your comprehension. I'm gonna go down real quick and see if there's anything there. Nope. A lot of healing items, but I guess this is the final zone, so some of these will be a little bit dangerous to deal with. Kind of why I'm glad that I managed to get double bomb. I do remember that this rocket launcher attack's pretty handy. Really? Hey! Thanks, DVD. I like how all our partners are coming in to help us for this mission. This, even though we don't need it, I just like collecting the food. The music's very drony in this section, isn't it? Like a sense of danger. Alright. There we go. Took out that guy earlier. Well, I don't think he's defending anything. There is something up here, I think. As evident by the fact I got stabbed just then. Ah! Handy. Okay. It's kind of funny how, like, this ability, I'm like, oh, it's so good, and then now we're in a legit area where it's, like, not helping us. Though, extra life is always handy. Ah, there's a crystal shard. Okay, there we go. I knew there was one hidden in this room. It felt like there should be. Grab everything. Okay. Interesting. So there's these pillars I can't get past, and a crystal shard behind one of them. Guess I'll have to advance and see if there's anything here. No, just the end of the level. Okay, so that's not good. Oh, geez, I missed two of them in there. At least one of them I could see, but... Why does this feel like they're giving me a ton of stars, because just in case I don't have enough lives? That's an enemy barrage. I think I took more damage running into enemies than I did them attacking me. I gotta say, this aesthetic for this world is kind of creepy in a way, isn't it? It feels like a dollhouse, and the dollhouse is slowly getting corrupted. That's kind of that's the vibe I'm getting from this, at least. Nothing in this room. It definitely feels like we're at that point where it's starting to become the gauntlet. There are a couple of levels like that in Kirby games, where like the final levels of the games, I should say, will have this section where it's just a sort of like frantic fight with all these enemies or all these puzzles that you've encountered throughout your game. Like, Almost like a test of skill to be like, alrighty. Do you know what you managed to accomplish this entire time? That's kind of the vibe that I get here. My goodness, so many enemies. No shards though, that's a little bit concerning. Oh wow, 2 lives all at once. Annoying. I think that's it. It's 2 shards. Oh, that's ominous. Just the ceiling casually just glowing like that. Cool. We missed another shard somewhere too. Oh! I overjumped it. No, me sandwich. I almost had it. Oh no, it's just 4 levels. We're already at the boss. Oh my goodness. This thing. I think I vaguely remember what you're supposed to do for this boss. Only vaguely, though. Yep. Now I remember. So basically with this boss, which I don't remember what the name of it is, but yeah, essentially you just need a... You can only injure it with its own abilities. Unfortunately, I am really already injured. I've barely done any damage to it. Yeah. Let's try this again. From the start. I think from my vague remembrance of this boss's name, I believe this boss is called Miracle Matter. Okay, so you can injure it by just spitting stuff back at it. But you gotta do it before it transforms back again. Okay, game. How did I get hit by that? I definitely should not have got hit by that. Okay, there we go. Sheesh! This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't help that I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god. I must be looking like a total noob here. Alright. Keep trying. We have 10 lives. Oh. Yeah, I gotta say, this boss is hard. Like, there's so many different elements. Got 2 hits on there at this time, at least. The problem with this one is that I hadn't seen this attack before, so I had no idea what to actually do about it. Okay. This one seems simple enough to deal with. Facing the wrong way. Oh well. This one's annoying. Okay. I'm just gonna reset there. Okay, we've made it halfway, which is not bad. At the same time, I think I should just dodge this one. My goodness. It is not worth it. Got 1 hit in there. Double one. Okay. Back to this one. Goodness. I'm playing so badly here. Yeah, let's just skip this phase. This one's annoying as hell because you can't really tell where all the lightning's going. Oh, that's annoying! I could have gotten some extra damage there. Nope. Ice is too unpredictable. Oh my god. Oh, he keeps spamming these ones, which I can't do anything about. Oh yeah, he is actively spamming the hard ones now. Oh my goodness. Let the fight end. No. Yeah, he's not gonna go for any other attack. Oh wait, no, it might be a case of that because I've done damage to those attacks, they're not coming back. That might be it. Yes, I can see now. Like, it gets exploded, so I have to do damage in each form. Okay, I see. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I get it now. I'm at least understanding what I'm supposed to do. So each time I destroy a form, it just disappears for good. That's why he kept spamming certain forms at the end. So there's no point wasting time there. Okay. I mean, he is supposed to be the final boss, so I guess I should expect him to be difficult. Okay, let's try this again, from the top. Got one hit in. Took 2 hits unnecessarily. Kinda want to get rid of that ice attack as soon as possible. That one's really annoying to deal with. Oh, he's going for the electric attack straight away. I mean, get rid of this one soon, that would be handy. Let's not do that. Okay. I think we did some good damage on that one. The rock one's finally coming out. Just have to take our time with that one. I'm gonna run over to this side of the room because I think it's a little easier for me to work with. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking far too much unnecessary damage from things. Maybe I should just make a save state right at the beginning of the fight. I'm just gonna rewind back. I'm not gonna... This was where I was last time. So I have to say, this is a really, like, intriguing, like, boss, considering that this was an N64 boss. Then again, I mean, a lot of Kirby bosses have been pretty, like, this sort of level of crazy at times. Okay, nice. We got rid of rock. So I think we got rid of fire super early. So that's really handy. Nope. Okay, good. Ice is done with. Don't have to deal with that one again. Ice and water are by far the most annoying. I assume this is water. I don't know what this one is called, to be honest. Whatever it is, it's really annoying to deal with because you just don't seem to have enough time to grab the matter and fire it back at him. Though I have to say, in terms of like the actual boss battle mechanics and stuff like that, really cool. Just the idea of just having to make use of every copy ability you've gotten in the game. And it's not a case of like, oh, just use one copy ability and you just, you know, win. It's a case of you need to know how to combat against each of these copy abilities. Okay. Yeah, that one's too annoying to deal with. Okay, nice. I think it's literally just the water one left. Just a bit of an annoying one, because... yeah, it's definitely just the water one left. Alright. Oh, I should have saved it, because he's always going to transform into this one. That was dumb of me. Oh, my goodness. No, I got this, I've got this, I don't need a save state. There we go! Oh my goodness. Oh, that was hard. Well, it was a fun boss. I did definitely enjoy it, despite how many times I had to reset. And we did it, guys! We finished the game. No, DDD space. And off our heroes go. Not realizing they've messed up. Yes, this is another instance of a bad ending. A lot of the early Kirby games did have bad endings. So, because we didn't collect all the crystal shards, the Fairy Queen is still possessed by whatever attacked them. So now, it's time to head back and fix the wrong that we did not complete. So there's plenty of crystal shards we're still missing. So we got those to get. Also, I do love the little sketchy art style for the credits here. They're really cool. I'm wondering if it's because we didn't get the proper ending that they're still not colored. But I guess we'll find out once we get back into the game. Yeah, there's such a whimsical art style, this one. I can see why a lot of people did like this game back in the day. I mean, it's a huge step up from, like, what, the Kirby series, going from 2D sprites to suddenly jump into this 3D, I guess this 3D art style. And the fact is that Kirby would not, like, touch 3D art. Ah, yes, there's a hint of something that we've missed. Alrighty, we're gonna get back into it. So, we only have 73% completed of the game. So it's time to revisit all the old stars and finish what we need to do. And I am totally right on the fact that we are not going to be able to stretch this out for a whole stream. Look at that. We're only 40 minutes into the stream and we've almost completed everything. So, as you can see, we did miss one here, so we are heading back, and I believe, let me double check, because this is stage 3. Was it a variant thing? Yes, it was. So we need to pick up Cutter. A strong version of Cutter. But unfortunately, we're also back down to 2 lives, simply because we turned the game off. And saw the fake ending, we'll call it. But yeah, I think this is the last instance of, like... we want Cutter Cutter, not Fire Cutter. Fire Cutter's cool, but we don't need this one. There are 2 cutters here, so... go grab those real quick. So we need double cutter. Even though it's not a terribly great ability here. Thankfully, I think it's the first shard that we need, so... we don't have to worry about holding on to this forever. And I guess we could also test to see if we can just quit a level, or we have to, like, finish the level in order to, pick up the shard, essentially. It is kind of funny how, like, non-existent some of the enemies are in this game. As you can see, like, you can dodge most of those enemies that came at us from the back just by standing still. Like, maybe that's... I think that's, like, one of the weaknesses of this game, which is that a lot of the enemies don't feel like they contribute to anything. They're just like, oh, yeah, we're here. But then again, I guess that's a lot of Kirby games, it's just a lot of enemies are filler. Though, I guess it's just me being a bit, like, nitpicky. The game, for its time, definitely a fun romp. And it's not terribly long of a game as well. Sure, I guess if you were a kid and you don't know how to play games as well, or you don't have a walkthrough on how to do all these things, that's also understandable of why this game would take quite a while. But, I mean, the sheer amount of things you can do is really cool. So yeah, this is what we missed. Basically, we need double cutter to do that. Now, I'm just curious to see if we leave. Okay, it does count. So we have all of the shards here. We don't have to finish the level if we have only one missing. Okay. We kind of did bad on this level. A lot of these are missing. So I don't think we have anything... Okay, so we need to get the Stone Spark power for this level. Because I think we're missing 2 from here. Actually, that's probably something I should pay attention to more, of how many we're missing. Yeah, we're missing 2 here. But yeah, I didn't think this was going to take us long to get through this entire game, so I was thinking like, oh, what should I do afterwards? And I think, yeah, I didn't want to just do any, as much as I'd love to go back into Pokemon ZA, considering the story beat that we're on, we can't really do much with it. Because the big story beat that we're currently on is probably going to take us quite a while. I could argue the fact that, like, we're probably going to have, like, 4 hours available. But, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be better just to do ZA on its own time. On a Saturday, essentially, where people actually can jump in. Because I know today could be Sunday for some people, but if you're an Aussie, it's Monday, so a lot of people probably aren't able to watch the stream. So apparently I missed one of the shards because it's somewhere up here somewhere. There it is. Right up here. Oh, we gotta keep going because we missed 2 of them. Oh, I should have been able to see it if I was jumping there, maybe. Also, I gotta say, I've noticed that Kirby looks a little on the... Okay, interesting. Oh, wow, that fills up a lot of meter. Okay. This section. Kind of hope there is a spark ability in here, or we might have to just run through this whole dungeon again. Because I have yet to see it. Oh. Interesting. I didn't notice it was Waddle Dee who helps us out there. The last time we did this. This is not looking good. I think we're getting very close to the end of the level and I do not see... Oh no, there is a spot there. Wow, that's disappointing. I would be so annoyed! Imagine if I didn't have save states. I go all this way just for... Get an extra life. Yeah, I don't remember this if we used this ability back during our playthrough. Okay. That's no good sign. How did I miss that? Apparently I have to go back? Oh, seriously? It's this thing? Wow, that's kind of crazy to see. Like, I couldn't tell that was actually the thing that you're supposed to break. Thankfully, a lot of the lesser enemies don't respawn. I think it's only the enemies that have abilities that respawn. Okay, there we go. I thought we might as well complete the level just to... get a little bit of extra stuff. Okay, those are two complete. Alright, level 3. Where did we miss this one? I need a variant of stone. Well... game's in luck. We do have stone, and I think I do remember what this one is. Also, this stone ability is crazy. It actually reminds me kind of like, something we've been discussing recently, for D&D. Yeah, it's this one. I remember now. So, during D&D, I've picked up a cursed rock, essentially. And I don't know what to do with this cursed rock. It's basically a rock that will always come back to me. That's essentially what it is. But I've been joking with, I think, Crescent and Mags about how it'd be really cool if we could use that rock for something. Because there is a cantrip called Magic Stone where you can throw things. The problem is that, I'm full up on cantrips at the moment. Which kind of makes it a bit difficult to choose whether to drop one or such and such. Because a lot of the cantrips I have, I need, like Eldritch Blast, essentially. I do have another one, like Mage Hand, which is handy in situations. I think the only one that might be a bit iffy is, like, Spare the Dying, but I feel like it could be handy later on in combat. So, it's like that sort of thing. But Mags has been chatting with me and thinking that there might be some way of dealing with it. Alright, so... this one. Stage 4. I do remember this. This is because I didn't know how to press the buttons. But, need Bomb Spark to do so. Okay, I think... yeah, these guys are bombs. So I need Spark now. But yeah, I do remember this thing. It was a puzzle where Adeline was looking at something. But... oh my god, that's just a missing floor. Holy heck, I nearly just, nearly just died there. I can't afford to die right now, I need to keep these extra lives. Alright. I love how whimsical the music in this place is now that we're going back and listening to some of the tracks. For a futuristic place, this is definitely not the music choice that they should have used. It sounds like a clown circus in here. Alright. I would like that sandwich. Ah, those enemies might be Spark up there. Okay. Okay, at least a lot of these things, they give, what's the word? They give the abilities in the actual dungeons, because I know there was a couple of, like, abilities that we needed to use in Kirby's Dream Land 3, where it's like, oh, by the way, you need to go to a different level, pick up this character to take him to this thing. Alrighty. So it's sun, moon, fish. Also, I love this little light bulb effect. It's cool. Okay, now I know how to press these buttons too. That's another thing I didn't know how to do. So sun, moon, fish. There we go. I realize this is like the third game where they've had a light puzzle like this. That's kind of funny now that I think about it. Because they've had multiple levels where Kine has to be a light bulb. Alright, level 3, Aquastar. What did we miss here? We missed a decent amount. Alright. Let's head on over to Aquastar, so... Unfortunately, we need to go right to the end. So this one, we need to have the Ice Bomb ability. Stone. As we'll grab all the little stars while we're traversing. Oh, right. I was trying to remember what this ability does. It's the callback ability. But I gotta say, it's pretty cool of a stone ability, to say the least. Stone kind of doesn't get, like, much love. I wonder what determines, like, what ability you get, or if it's just a random chance. Also, these little jelly guys, we haven't seen them, like, for quite a while. I probably should go grab that, right? What? I haven't seen Ice or Bomb here. I'm also considering getting rid of this ability, it's a bit slow. That's definitely Ice. Got these. There's Bomb. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing this entire level again. Yeah, this ability is funny. You just turn into a snowman and explode. Kirby looks shocked every single time. But it looks like it doesn't explode unless you make contact with something. Interesting. It's like the one time making contact with an enemy actually is beneficial. These little spear guys, they need to go. Man, they are so annoying. How am I supposed to fight this thing? Wait, how am I supposed to fight that thing? I see. I can go down. Let's go back real quick. So I was taking too much unnecessary damage. There we go. I forgot that you can go down on that platform. Let's go. Okay, here we are. This is where we need to be. Yep, there's this shard. There we go. We're right at the end of the level, so we might as well just keep going. Hurry, hurry. We're on 1 HP. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. Man, the Pokemon Community Games is firing stuff up. I've just also realized that I just hadn't been looking at my my Steam Deck. It's just chilling back here. I'll take a quick drink break before we head off. Alrighty. On to the next one. Thankfully this is at the beginning of the level. We just need Burning Stone. We can get rid of this ability. It is stone. There was stone until the river current. At least stone is not too bad of an ability. Stone is actually really good in this game. Like, considering what stone does now in the modern games. Like, the mobility you have with stone in this game is night and day, honestly. Not to mention the explosion, that's pretty cool. There's our burning enemy. Ah yes, the volcano. Gotcha. There we go. Enemy crab destroyed. Oh, there's a sandwich up there. And that's all we have to do in this level. Because we already got all the shards from that level. Alrighty. Stage 3. We need bomb cutter. And... oh wow. The third shard here, I can see why I didn't get it. You need stone cutter and you need specifically Rick. That's kind of nuts. So let's get rid of this, and we gotta find bomb cutter, which should be in the level somewhere. There are parts of this game which I kind of wish were still in the modern Kirby games. Like, sure, I understand combining enemies would spit out, like, a star, but it would have been really cool to have the enemies... you see the enemies actually get spat back out, like they do now. I kind of wish that was still in the modern games. Ready. I love the little rough sand texture here. It's literally just little dots on a whitish yellow background. Sometimes you don't need anything fancy, you just need a little bit of something to convey what it is. Also love these little guys. I don't think they give you any abilities, but they're cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure you give cutter. Okay. Now I just need bomb, which I don't think I've seen yet. Wait, doesn't that fish give you bomb? Like that one there, the green one. I feel like it does. I am right. Okay, what does bomb cutter do? Oh, I don't think I've seen this one before. It's a shuriken. That's cool. Alrighty. Guess we should investigate up here, I think. Okay. Ah, yes, it's this thing over here. Ready. We still need to continue on. So we need stone and cutter. Cutter shouldn't be too hard to find, considering they at least suit the theme of this area. Actually, are these guys cutter? Okay, that didn't help. They are. Yep. Okay, so now we gotta keep this ability until we get to this area here. So apparently I need specifically... Yes, I need to break that first. But the only way to reach this area is to get Rick. There we go. The reason is that in Dreamline 3, Rick had the ability that he could only jump once, but apparently he could climb up walls. And as you can probably guess, our floating ability won't work here because Kirby cannot float indefinitely like in some of the older games. I think I'm getting the rhythm of it. Yeah, that's an obscure crystal shard. I would have not known what to do for that one. I will not lie. Alrighty, stage 4. How did I miss this one? This is apparently just out in the open. Alright, let's speed through this real quick. I would love to see what would happen if I picked up Kine's rock ability, because I have not seen it actually be used in any way. Oh, we legit still can't do anything even underwater. Wow, so Kine is actually the most useless ability for the stone. That's funny. Yeah, this isn't helping. Let's just leg it. Impressed that Kirby can still run decently fast underwater. Hey, Dragon, good to see ya. We're just finishing up the rest of Kirby 64. We basically have already finished the game and got the bad ending. So now we're going back through all the levels to get the remainder of the crystal shards in order to get the true ending and the 100% completion. And then afterwards we're going to do some Stardew Valley. But I hope you've been well, even though it's only been a short period of time since I last saw some of you guys. Whoop! Seriously? Well, we don't need that one, thankfully. We need the final one. I just finished printing every every exercise I need for my composition book. It is 108 pages total. Nice! Oh, I want that. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't have enough health. Whoa! There we go. That's definitely a lot of pages, to say the least. Oh, this boss, I don't have any abilities. There we go. Let's get out of here. Okay. I probably will die in this section, I'm not gonna lie. But... oh, I could have really used that. Instead, I just A-buttoned into the rock. Oh well. I'm not talking about it and the book, just the exercises. Oh? Well, what do you mean by that you're not talking about the book? Is it like... okay, apparently there's a crystal shard somewhere down in one of these things. The book adds 139 pages to that. Ah, okay. Still, I mean, 108 pages is still pretty impressive, to say the least. Did you have any particular pages or things that you struggled with? So 247 pages with the exercises and book combined. Nice. Are you planning on doing the rest of the pages, or it's just a, this is not necessary, I've done the amount I need to do? I don't know how I missed this one, I will admit. Not even done with the book. Okay, so you are still going to be continuing. Alrighty. There we go. All the crystal shards of this area is complete. On to the next planet. Neostar. Yeah, we did kind of bad on this one. As you can see, we had 2 whole levels where we totally just did not get anything. So, what I might do is we might do the levels that we did get something on so we can just quickly breeze through it. Okay, so... Neostar. This is level 2. Okay. Gotta read it and then do the exercises. Then my composition teacher... oops, I probably shouldn't have read that whilst I was falling down into the crevasse. I can look over it, then I can read on. Gotcha, so you gotta wait till it's been checked. Understandable, though. Just gotta focus a little bit on this auto-scroller. Okay. But, composition's always very important. I definitely need to practice more composition, honestly. I do art from time to time, but man, there are times where I'm like, maybe I should just look for references, because I do not know what I'm doing. And I remember back when I did art, I think. I did an art degree a long whiles back when I did TAFE. I did 3D art and animation, and I remember we had to do some drawing stuff where we were just forced to like do a bunch of drawings and stuff very, very quickly, like 30 seconds compared to like, it was like they gave us a subject to draw, and it went from like, do this in 30 seconds, do this in 5 minutes, and then do this in 10 minutes sort of thing. So it was like practicing on various levels of like how much detailing can you get done in a short period of time, and then how much detail can you get in longer periods of time. What do you need to focus on the most and such like that. What do you need to capture within that short period of time? I don't know what these enemies are that are on these clouds, but they're very cute. The giant cutter's a bit difficult to use here. Right, I need to go... We did that. I don't... I need Stone Bomb. Okay. I haven't seen... I don't think I've seen Stone Bomb. Okay, at least I'm back at full health, because always nice to have a little bit of assurance. There's the wall that I need to destroy, that one right there, so... It looks like I must have missed stone... Must have missed it somewhere. Yeah, because it won't let me go back. Okay. I definitely missed it somewhere. Alright, let's just heal up and start again. Might as well grab that one. Go to this section again, unfortunately. I can see the actual abilities I need on the field here, but can't do anything about them. Got those fake crystal shards we don't need. Oopsie. Jump over the wrong thing. Alright. So it's gotta be in this area somewhere. I do have to say, not much has happened, though I did get to do some things, this Sunday. Usually there isn't much to talk about between Monday and Saturday's streams, but I did get some stuff done on this this Sunday. Got some weeding done, got some planting of things. Basically, after I did Stardew Valley, I just went outside and actually did some gardening related stuff. A lot of my plants have definitely overgrown to a certain extent. It's a little worrying I haven't seen the abilities that I need here. Maybe it's in this next area. But yeah, adulting is hard. Also, I think this might be the first dungeon where I haven't seen the ability we need. Like, I haven't seen any, like, any stone or bomb in this area. And we're about to end the level again. Seen a lot of cutter, but yeah. I can see spark as well. Huh. I'm trying to think where I did see stone and bomb. Well, I actually got stone and bomb in the final world, so that might actually be handy to go to. So, if we go here. Okay, so it does count that we did do that one. It was this one, so what we might do is head back here. Okay, so I need needle bomb. So I was right, I needed bomb, but I didn't know what the other ability was. Okay. So it might be good to just run quickly through this level, because I did find bomb stone here. I just now need to find needle bomb. It's needle. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that some of the shards in this level are just sort of sitting there. Like, considering that this area was supposedly taken over by whatever took over this place, you'd think that they would be able to pick up some of the more easier crystal shards that were just lying around. Alright. Wow, we already got back to 10 lives already. Actually, this level's kind of short now that I think about it. Like, this entire world is very short compared to, like, a lot of the previous locations. Whoa! That's kind of cool. Wait, I can just move wherever I want. That's kind of wild, to say the least. Some of these abilities are crazy strong. Ah, wait, I need to go back. As crazy strong as this ability is, we kinda need to go back and, get rid of it. We got the shard, but I need to get bomb and stone. hard part's gonna be trying to carry it through that entire level. Nope, too high. Too low. There we go. Okay. So we got that. That's missing quite a few. Alright, let's head back to Neo Star and get this one crystal shard that... Alright. Thankfully, most of this level seems to be just a run and gun sort of level, so we don't have to worry about having certain abilities to get past things. I do also wonder that if Waddle Dee's model in this game is just Kirby's model, just reskinned. Because that's definitely what it feels like. They have like legitimately the same animations and whatnot. But you know, sometimes you gotta cut corners, especially in these earlier games. Alrighty, now we're 11 lives, which is going to be handy for when we fight the final bosses again. Because I'm not going to lie, I did pretty badly on that fight. It took multiple attempts to get it done. Alright. Unfortunately, due to like how dangerous this ability is, I kind of just have to run it. Because this ability basically gives you a stick of dynamite. And I found out the hard way that this actually legitimately injures you as well. As you can see, I've accidentally thrown it. And you saw there, Kirby took damage from it as well. Like, the radius of that attack is absurd, to say the least. Just run through this level, gotta focus a little bit. It's kind of funny how there's a lot of these water enemies, but yeah, you don't really get a water ability. Like, they don't add any water abilities until, like, way later on in the games. Heck, water doesn't come by until, like, what, the Wii games? And Return to Dreamland is a huge, like, way down the line, if you think about it. Hey, Jake. Good to see you as well. We're just, doing our, cleanup of, Kirby 64. We basically went and beat the final boss of the game and got the bad ending, essentially. And after we're done with this game, we will then be going through Stardew Valley again. So this is literally all that I needed to come here for, was this one little wall. This is stick of dynamite, so dangerous. There we go. There's the shard. Let's go. But yeah, we're just basically looking through LOL, reminding me of playing Helldivers. Oh goodness. Was it Helldivers 2 that had like this huge big thing about it? Also, I do want to point this out while I'm on this page. This guy here, this boss, Magman, if I hadn't fought him, wouldn't know who he was when he showed up in the Kirby Air Riders Direct. That's all I have to say on that one. Alrighty, this level is level 3. Okay, so level 3, we just have to just run. Helldivers 2 is big, I love it. Yeah, so my vague knowledge of, I guess, the Helldivers games. I said Rider, goodness. The Helldivers games, it's a team-based game, correct? That you're taking out, like, forces of certain sorts and screaming at your friends about things. I think that's what it's about. Big hairy spider. Yeah, there was like, I don't know if it was a controversy, there was something that happened that I remember that Helldivers 2 had this big stink up about for like a little while, and then it sort of calmed down after a while. Four-player co-op, go around a map blowing up nests and factories. Gotcha. But I just vaguely remember, like, there was a controversy of sorts. I don't know if it was a big one or if it was just one that was blown really out of proportion. That's all I just remember. But I think it's been doing a lot better now. I think it was a Steam issue now that I think about it. Imbalance is probably because live service games always are going to be a struggle. Yeah. I just remember there was some sort of thing that happened where there was a big stink about it. And I just remember people talking about it and such, and I was like, huh, that's odd. But then I heard, like, when I actually watched some other YouTubers talking about it, I think it was like, I watched Russian Badger talk about it, and like, if there's a guy who's not 100% serious, that's him. Like, he obviously talks about, like, the good and bad of the game, but he also was, like, taking it more lightheartedly as well. I think all I remember was, like, you just go and fight bugs. Okay. We've got a little ways to go before, we find the shard that we're after here. A lot of platforming. If I'm gonna die, I don't want to die in this area. It's a long area. You might be thinking of the needing PlayStation account. That might be it. Yeah, maybe it was like, I think it was something that wasn't related to the game. It was just related to, like... Did we do this thing? I think we did. The correct shape and clue are different each time the stage is played. Yeah, so we have done this one already. It was a pizza last time. Because the service is not available for every country, which stinks. Gotcha, that might have been it. Yeah, that was gonna happen. As much as that drill ability is really cool and stuff, it does pull you forward. They got rid of that requirement super quickly. Yeah, because yeah, it's not fair on like certain countries where people are obviously trying to play the game and they legit do not have a means to do so. Oops. I didn't mean to slip there. Especially when you sell multi-platform, just brutal. Yeah, I guess that would cause issues too, wouldn't it? If it was multi-platformed. Because, does it have... Okay, apparently the shard is down here somewhere. Which is so dumb. Like, who would jump down there? Like, at all. Okay. Now we have these two levels where we didn't get any of them. Like, some of these crystal shards, when I've been doing them, I've been like, oh yeah, I see, I just needed a certain ability to get them. I could have easily done that because a lot of these abilities have been in the areas for, you know, or in the level, so you could just do the level over and over again. But some crystal shards have just been so absurd. That one's pretty absurd. That's just a blind leap of faith. Like, there is no indication that that's there, and you saw how I slipped off a previous area and just died instantly. You should not let... That's just one thing. Do not let a blind leap of faith be a way to get collectibles. It doesn't work in games. So, I will put that as a negative. That's just a dumb crystal shard. But the other one, you probably didn't see, AJ, was you needed Stonecutter, and specifically you needed the Rick, cutted ability to climb a giant wall to get a crystal shard. Like, that's another one where I'm like, I do not know if you would know how to do that sort of thing. Like, you could figure out that, oh, you need Stonecutter to break the door to get into it. But yeah, so Stonecutter has it that Kirby cuts himself into a stone version of each of the animal friends from Dreamland 3. And there's a giant pitfall where you fall down from the top of the room down to the bottom. And there's a wall that needs to be broken with Stonecutter. But Kirby can't fly indefinitely in this game. So you need to keep cycling through the animal buddies until you get Rick, who canonically is the only animal buddy who can climb walls in the third game. If you didn't play the third game, you would have no clue that's what you're supposed to do. Heck, when I played the third game, I didn't even know that was a thing that Rick could do. I had to look it up on the wiki to find out that that's something that Rick can do. I was just like, oh wait, never mind, he can just climb walls. Sure, game, sure. So yeah. Alright. Those are the only two that have been pretty bad. That's so convoluted. Yeah, so those are only two shards I would say are like, okay, that's a bit convoluted to get. Alright. This one is, we have to just step on every pitfall trap. So there's a bunch of pitfall traps we need to step on. So yeah, one of them has the crystal shard in it. Why do I get damage from Spidas? So yeah, this is the ability. So as you can see, each of the, I guess, cutted abilities give you different things. And yeah, it took us like, I think, a good chunk of time to climb up that wall as well. Kinda need a flying one. There it is. That one I can see being a little difficult to find as well. Especially since, as you can see, all the other ones are pretty much spike traps. Alright. second one is at the bottom of the cliff. So, yeah, we just have to go down instead. And the next one is apparently hidden in the next area. Let's grab this cake. Gotta get all the food to restock our health. Whew. Oh my goodness! Wow, there goes all that food. Thankfully in this game they made it that you can inhale food. Oh my goodness. I despise... Oh! We essentially lost all that food we worked so hard getting. I despise those spear enemies. They're just placed in the most convoluted locations that you cannot do a thing about. Wow, this like cheerful music's playing as I'm dying in the background. So there's apparently somewhere in here. Nope. There we go. The music's catchy, I will admit. What's not catchy is the guy keep throwing spears at me. That's not cool. Oh. Oh god. Whew. That could have ended pretty badly. Nope. No timing. I do like how a lot of these mini-bosses just happen to be just bigger versions of enemies that we've fought. Which... I mean, Kirby Series has done that before, but... There's this issue with the fact that the enemies that you are making, you know, bigger, in a sense, don't really have any, like, extra movesets, so thankfully that all got fixed up once, we went into the more, like, advanced... I guess the advanced cycles of, Kirby games when it comes to mini-bosses. Yeah, early game here, they don't do much. They are not a threat, it's just more... Oh, can you defeat them? Okay, I can just see the crystal shard. It's right there. I can see how you can miss that. Alrighty, I think that's everything. Oh. Yeah, this is the other nitpick I have to this game. AKA, how did you mess up the invincibility theme? Everybody who's played a Kirby game knows what the invincibility theme sounds like. It's so vastly different of a theme compared to all the other games that it's just... makes no sense. Alrighty. But we got all the crystal shards this time around, which is good. So, we only have this level to do here for this area. Stage 4. Okay, so I need ice ability specifically. to get the second one here. Oh, another thing I guess I should casually mention is that I think it was Rat Scratch and Aloe have been like attempting to set up an archipelago in their Discord server, or in Rat Scratch's Discord server. I do want to give archipelago a go at some point. So, for those who don't know what archipelago is, I do not also know how I got damaged there. So, archipelago is, cool hitbox there, game. Okay, let me start from the top. So, archipelago is essentially if you got a randomizer and combine the randomizer with all sorts of different things. So, it's a randomizer where you work together. I am taking so much unnecessary damage in this one level. But they're planning on like running, and the thing is that it basically is like a multi-world of it, so everybody's items are scattered within everybody's games. Randomizer for just for everything, anything, or I believe certain games aren't available, but the community is slowly making certain games available. There's a guy who's done like, he's had like 200 people all work together on a randomizer, which is kind of crazy. But, basically, some games are compatible, but yeah, it's a randomizer where everything gets randomized into it. You can choose how much randomization per game, so it's... So some games it can be like a very minimal randomization, some of them it can be just like full rando sort of thing. So, if you have been on my channel back in the day, I say back in the day because it's been so a lot of RPGs, yeah, so a decent amount of RPGs have been put there. Off the top of my head, some of the things that are available, I guess, to do is like Ocarina of Time, some of the old like Link to the Past games are available. But I think Mario and Luigi, like Superstar Saga was one of them. Heck, there's some games where they're just like the most minimal things. Like, I think Click is one of them. Where it's just like, you gotta wait till somebody gives you your button, and then you click the button, and you've won the game. Mario 64 gets added. Kingdom Hearts, Sonic Adventure, those type of games. Basically a game where a lot of checks can be found. But it doesn't have to be like just those type of games. Platformers, indie games, mainstream games, there's a bunch of different things you can put. Right. Yeet. I love DDD in this game, he's so great. Okay, so we got the first shard. I needed ice ability, but I'm also almost dead, so I'm just like, maybe I should just accept it. What does sandwich? But yeah, I think the number of what games are available is slowly getting bigger and stuff. But yeah, you can have like tons of people joining an archipelago, and I think Rat Scratch or Jaxi and Aloe are trying to do a smallish archipelago, like maybe 6 or so people in it. Nothing too crazy, but I think I mentioned, I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And they're like, hey, you can join if you want, because we haven't fully started and stuff like that and whatnot. And I was thinking that I might do something like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. I probably want to do Ocarina of Time because it has a tutorial for it, whilst Majora's Mask hasn't really got a tutorial on how to do it on their website. Like, there are a lot of games on their website that supposedly, you know, they work. If you got great knowledge on games, it'd be awesome. Yeah, and I've definitely done my fair share of Ocarina of Time randos and Majora's Mask randos, so I have that, I guess, as a benefit as well. Pokemon, I think, is also another one that gets added to the pool, but unfortunately for me in Pokemon, in randos, I am not as knowledgeable on Pokemon randos in terms of, like, finding random checks and whatnot. Like, I know how to play the games and do a randomizer in terms of, like, team randomizers and stuff like that, but actually looking for hidden items in levels and stuff like that, that's kind of not an expertise that I have. Like, finding all the little hidden items on the floor and stuff like that. But another benefit to the archipelago is that as you're doing it, if you do manage to just outright finish your game, any checks that you miss automatically get cleared, which is also handy. Okay, so this is the thing I need for ice ability, but I don't have ice ability here. I don't even... This might be another case of I need to go into this level with an ability from outside the level. Oh, I'm so gonna die here. Yeah, let's leave, because we're gonna have to come back here anyways. And grab an ice level ability. Alrighty, let's see. But yeah, I think they were having trouble getting Connor up and running for that game, so I might have to also test it out with them. I might have to message, I think, Rat Scratch and find out if he's available, what times they're available to do it. But yeah, Archipelago is definitely a really cool game to play with a bunch of, like, a community. Because you're all working together to finish a level, which I think a lot of people would like, to say the least. Okay. I need to do a level where... So apparently in this level I also need a burning ability. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the death because I'm at very little health. I have tons of lives, so I should be fine. But... Oh, I do not want this one. I remember what this one does. I should have gone for Ice Spike or something. Ice Bomb is not handy. It makes you into a snowman. Okay, I think that should be good enough. I do need a burning ability for that level, but it's good to see that there are some fire enemies really early on. Downside, I have to do this whole section without losing the ability. And that also includes getting through the DDD section. Cool. I like how your message says you got this and immediately I lost it. Or had a chance to react. Spoke too soon. Yes. It's not gonna be easy. This section of the game's kind of rough. Thankfully, save states. There is food, so that's handy. How does that not hit him? Yeah, this ability does not have very much range. Maybe I shouldn't have mixed fire with ice. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh my goodness. You know what? No. Oh, no, I don't want to fight the boss of this area. We already fought him. Let's reset our health again. Kamikazing into things. Wondering if we can get, like... Ice and Needle here. Yeah, that's a way better ability than whatever Fire Ice does. Fire Ice is garbo. Alright, let's try again. Fortunately, we did take damage earlier. Keep running. Well, at the very least, once we get all these shards and stuff, it's actually taken us a lot longer than I thought it was gonna. We managed to get to the end of the game in like, what, 40 minutes? And now it's taking us like a much longer amount of time just to get everything that we missed. Okay, here we go. These little firebirds are really annoying. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I did have like a bit of a brainstorm of what game I wanted to play after this stream, because I wasn't like sure what how much time we would have. And I decided JoJo would be the best option. Just because, I mean, it doesn't require too much setup on my part. I just literally have to turn Steam on. Oh, sheesh, I forgot that's a fire part. Don't want to take any additional damage as DDD. Forgot, he cannot jump. We can't flutter jump yet. Get the sandwich. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but DDD's design in 64, I think, is one of my favorites. Might as well grab that. Oops. And I do like how it feels like this is like the part where he's slowly starting to warm up to Kirby. He's not like 100% like on board with Kirby at this point in the games. He's still, you know, DDD. But it definitely feels like this is the part where he's starting to warm up. Heck, I mean, Nightmare in Dreamland? I can't really tell much of the story, but DDD is involved in that game. But from my perspective, like Superstar Ultra, that was kind of the game that he sort of buried the hatchet with Kirby. Whether or not Kirby realized that or not is all dependent on Kirby. But that definitely felt like, that was definitely the big turning point, like, official turning point of DDD's arc. And I mean, can you truly blame him? He's been possessed 3 times in a row. I think he's, like, probably gonna trust the guy who's saved his ass 3 times in a row from dark matter possessions. Like, the second game he's ever introduced in, and he's immediately, like, possessed by a creature. Then, third game, possessed again as the final boss, and then this game, possessed within the first level of the game. Like, he is not having a good day, just to say the least. We're almost there to where we needed to go. We'll finally escape this level. This is a level that feels so long due to the fact that there's just so much trekking. And I also made the right decision to get Needle Ice, because it's slow but the range is really good. This is legitimately all we needed this for. Let's do that. Okay. I believe we still have one more shard to get in this area. Okay. It's not in this section. It's a little bit further on. Just gotta survive. Gotta love how some enemies just don't have a concept of danger. Like, yeah, I'll just continue doing my usual pattern. I'm sure the giant wall of lava that's slowly approaching me doesn't mean anything. My ability doesn't really help here. Oh. Go, go, go. So apparently it's over here somewhere. There it is. This kind of reminds me of that, that one thing in, was it Melee? Where you need to escape the level before it crashes down on you. It's like adventure mode, I think it is? There we go. Full health. I think it was melee. Yeah, the melee adventure mode where there's a level where you have to just escape a burning planet, and funnily enough, you get launched out of the planet and end up on Popstar. This is my vague knowledge on melee. But, regardless, that's this level completed. It's time to do the second last level, which, we did not too bad on this level. I guess it's similar to the fire level. Okay. So, we need to have a burning ability. Thankfully, there is one rather close by. Oh, I forgot this burning ability sucks. What's this one do? What the hell? I just become a firecracker. Look at me go. Explosion! At least I look pretty while I'm doing this. That's the important part. Oh yeah, I know. Reenacting July 4th in America. I don't know if I can make that joke. I'm sure you guys are fully aware of July 4th in America. You guys are wild, honestly. Hearing so many stories of just, like, what happens in those areas is crazy. Not enough accidents? Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure, like, from what I've seen when it comes to July 4th, it's just like, oh yes, that's right, the burn ward has to deal with more burn victims on that day specifically, and you're just like, how is it that every single year you guys have something like this? You don't learn from it. Like, there's only so many explosions you can have before you start to decide, maybe we should think about safety. Alright, so I think there's a little section here. Yep. There we go. Little Waddle Dee section. The first shard is here, but we've already got that one, so we don't have to worry about it. A little bit of healing. Yep, there it is. Like, you cannot miss that. Alright. Yeah, the fire department gets a nice workout every 4th. Yeah, I can imagine. A part of me wonders if you guys get, like, special, like, they get special training for, Oh my god, how did I miss that? Oh, because there was a crack in the ceiling that I didn't know, and I accidentally exploded it with the power of my fireworks. Alright. I'm just gonna go underwater. Fireworks underwater! That makes absolutely no sense. Oh, they definitely just get sat down for a meeting every year. They're like, alright guys, you know what time it is. Also, I have to say this firework ability is so fun. It's so silly. Double check this area. Don't think there was anything over here. Unfortunately, it puts you in such free fall underwater because it's expecting you to land. Yeah, I do wonder what the protocols are, because I think they at least have some safety with firecrackers and stuff like that, but like, nobody takes them seriously. That's probably the biggest thing. There it is. Okay, I think that's all the shards. We got the first shard, which we didn't need. I think, yeah, that's it. Perfect. We just needed that shard. Alrighty. On to stage 2. Ah, it's another leap of faith situation. I see, I see. And I'm gonna need Needle Spark. As much as I like Firecracker Kirby, we can't keep Firecracker Kirby. Whee! Let us go to the skies. So apparently... So there's a bomb. Okay, it seems to be in an area where there's a blue crystal of sorts. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's not a total blind. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not totally a blind leap of faith at the very least. My goodness. There is a little hidden area down here. Man, I have not seen the community game thing pop off this much. Like, it just keeps going. One. We need to get Needle Spark. Because we got the second one, I think, in this area already. Yeah, I can see that we already have it. Ooh, that was a good dodge. Okay, I see a needle. Now I just need Spark. Do have to be a little bit careful here. Because I don't think I can get rid of the needle ability if I'm in midair. Nothing here. That's a little concerning, but we'll do our best. Whoa. Nope. Ah, also, I guess for some people who probably haven't done it yet, I guess you guys have to make sure that you do the, what is it, the, Sonic Cross World event that's happening. So I think it ends today. Oh! I've not seen Spark. Oh no. That's not good. Interesting. Apparently this is ice. Yep. Can't grab that. That's a shame. Wasn't able to find the ability there. Okay, that area's done. Well, considering this area's just the first one, I need Stone Needle. Goodness. Well, I have Needle, but I don't have Stone. And I can't uncombine them. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I do like how this particular theme does come back in some of the previous, like the other Kirby games, I should say. That's Cutter. Don't need that. This is Bomb. See, there's the Shard. It's right there. As you can see, we need Stone Needle there. So I believe, yeah, this one's Stone. But I need Needle. Okay. Can't really go any further than that level right now. We saw Needle way down the line here. It might not be the best play. I'm trying to think where I saw Needle, like, early on. Cutter. Bomb. Cutter. Bomb is in low health now. Okay. Where did I see Needle? Can't believe I forgot how many countries that gained independence from the UK. Oh, did you just casually was researching this? Let me just look this up to speed things up. Nope, that doesn't tell me anything. 65 is just wild. Interesting. Was that recently, or just overall? I have to go back to some old levels. Overall, gotcha. Okay. There's Needle. Another stone somewhere down here. Just gotta be careful not to lose the ability. That guy's wild. I see what I need to do. Okay, there we go. Crystal Shard acquired. Alrighty. Alright, to go back to that previous area, I need Needle Sparks, so... we need to leave this world. There's Needle. Spark. Where did I get Spark from? Spark is not one that shows up too often, I must admit, so I'm actually not sure. I guess I could go stage 4 of, Rockstar. Oh, this was... no, not Rockstar, and this is the wrong level. This is Neostar. Rockstar's this one. Because there was a Spark enemy in this level. Because I do remember there was a Spark enemy in one of these levels because we needed to use it to actually open up a Crystal Shard. So this is another one of those what is it? Another level where we have to go elsewhere to get the ability. Because I think we found Needle in that cloud level, but we didn't find Spark whatsoever. Well, we're back to clown music though. This is definitely not the theme for a super high-tech alien base, that's for sure. Sandwich. Needle Spark acquired. This better be the right ability. Imagine if I spent all this time getting to this ability and then I find out that, oopsie, I got the wrong ability. Yeah, Needle Spark. Back to stage 2. It's actually taking a lot longer than I thought this would. I think this is the last one of this world. The downside is that we do have to run through the entirety of this world with this ability without losing it. Take a sip of my tea. I have this interesting tea here. It's apparently dandelion tea. And on the instructions, it says that you need to put in a teaspoon of it into a cup, essentially. This is a weird ability. It's going to be a bit hard to navigate with it. But when my dad used it, he was like, oh, it didn't actually taste that much, you know, with just a teaspoon. He could barely taste it. So I was like, okay, I guess I should put a bit more if I'm making a cold tea. Because what I do is, I boil up a bunch of water and then I can put it in the fridge to chill so I can drink it during stream. Especially during hotter weather. And I was told, oh, it doesn't have much taste, so I was like, I could use a couple of spoonfuls of it, probably. Considering that I need to boil up a big batch of it. So I may have slightly overdone it and went and put like maybe 4 tablespoons worth into this big jug. Funnily enough, despite even my dad was like, that's an absurd amount, like the water is like this dark brown color. That can't be the right amount, sort of thing. Yes, 4. It's a big sized jug. But yeah, he was like, that's a lot, you know. And I was like, well, I just assumed because it didn't have much taste to it that I should put a decent amount in. And funnily enough, we put it in, and he was like, look, if it's too strong, you can always water it down. No biggie. Like that sandwich for full health. But I went to taste it yesterday, and I still can't taste it. It's very, very not that noticeable of a taste. It's a very subtle drink. I mean, it is from dandelions. Like, I can't imagine dandelions having much of a taste. But it's like, it's not a bad taste, actually, I must admit. But yeah, the fact that it lies to you saying you only need 1 teaspoon per cup, I think that's a bit of an understatement of how much you actually need for that. To get like to get the taste of it. We're almost there to where we need to be. It's taken us quite a while because we've got to take this slowly due to this ability not having nowhere to get this ability again if we mess up. But yeah, it's dark brown, this tea. It's to a point where it almost like sort of resembles like a dark beer, like a stout. But it's not, it hasn't had any ill effect on me. I did test it yesterday after all. And the tea is quite an old tea. We've had it for like ages. We actually do not know where it came from. We just think that somebody must have gifted it to us. Yeah, there is a spark enemy there. Must be needle that I was missing. But yeah, we've had a bunch of tea that's definitely been hoarded for a while, so we've been slowly trying to work through all of it. There we go. All that just to get that 1 crystal. Thank goodness you can just leave the level and it counts still. Alrighty, this is it. Only 3 more shards remain. I also realized I did not check which stars I actually need. First one and third one. So I need Spark and Cutter. They don't need to be together, I just need Spark and Cutter. So conveniently, we do have Spark here. There it is. That's the first one. Now we just gotta make it all the way to the end of the level. We've gotta find Cutter. Cutter shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Cutter's a pretty common ability. But yeah, listening to the music between this level and the previous level is such a tonal whiplash. Because the other level we went to is like, ah, bright, cheery, you know, whimsical, and then you get to this level and it's like, oh no, there's actual stakes now. Also, I do love this level because it showcases all the allies helping us out. Oops, I actually need that guy. See if I can respawn him real quick. Excuse me? There we go. So apparently I need Cutter for that one room I couldn't figure out. This one we already got the thing in, so we don't have to worry about it. Apparently I just heard another enemy pop off screen. There we go. Yeah, Cutter is a bit of a meh ability in this game, unfortunately. It's handy for certain things, but it's really slow. So yeah, I need Cutter to do that. So I think what it is that you need certain abilities in this room to like break all these things. I don't think you can just casually break it all with Cutter. Yeah. Alrighty, I think that's all that's here. Oopsie. No. Alrighty. The last crystal shard. I need burn needle. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have needle. So I just need to find a fire enemy. But yeah, this particular planet has such total whiplash constantly. Like, it's hard to, like, figure out what's happening at times. Oh no, it's this ability. This ability sucks. It's not good for short combat, to say the least. Thankfully, this is just a montage, basically, of getting through the different areas. And if I remember rightly, you can pretty much just heal so much. This definitely feels like a level, the only reason it was made is for you to just, like, scramble to get a bunch of those extra lives and stuff. That's pretty much what this feels like. Okay. Not this floor. The next one. Music's kind of frantic, though. There's somebody going ham on the bass. Yeah, we definitely need the extra lives, because I died so many times to the final boss. But yeah, as you can see there, that's all we needed to do. You can see here, suddenly this is flashing because we have all the shards now. So it's time to finish this once and for all. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of our ability. Because it means nothing in this fight. So for those who didn't see the first time around, the idea is you need to take on Miracle Matter's different forms by using its own, the different types of the copy abilities against it. It takes no damage when it's in its I guess in its eye form, we can call it. And when you see that explosion there, the bigger explosion, it basically means that copy ability has been defeated. It will not show up for the rest of the fight. It basically has, I think, every single copy ability in the game. Ice is the most annoying, I think, in my opinion. Well, ice and water. Getting rid of these too early definitely is handy. But you can see how we destroyed that plant version, and it hasn't come back since. Yeah, the water form is the hardest to predict because it's so unpredictable. I think when we fought him the first time, it just ended up being the ability that we had last. Burning! This is the first time we've seen it, actually. Oops. Too short. Ice is back. Also, if you manage to destroy the form before the phase is over, it just cancels out. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really cool Kirby boss battle, because it's not a thing of like you can just get the most OP skills or anything like that. You have to use the knowledge that you've gained throughout the adventure in order to beat this thing. I think all that's left is electric and water now. Ah. Dang it. I think this isn't supposed to be water, I think this is supposed to be bomb. Because there is no water ability, so it's probably bomb. Just gonna hold on to this, because it doesn't have any other forms, so we can just do that. And we did it. For some reason, we don't get a crystal shard, we get a max tomato. And this time around, the darkness is pushed away. just like last time. And it's destroyed this time as well. But instead, the crystal shard is able to detect the evil within the queen. So she's not able to backstab us instead. Don't worry, I have a phone. Give me a second. I've just got to call the warp star. And off we go to the true final ending. One final dungeon before the end. Looks like there's no copy abilities here. I will admit, I do not know about this place. I know about the boss that's at the end of this place. I didn't know about this little place. But yeah, this is also kind of... Hey, what do we... All our allies are helping us out. This is the last game I think they had with an ending. Or a bad ending, essentially. Here we go! The true final boss here. It's against 0-2. Also, yes, this is a Kirby boss that bleeds. And interesting, it says tough it out. But yes, this is a unique ability. You say it is another bloody eye, but it's the bloody eye. The most iconic of the bloody eyes. This is the thing that people thought was going to cause a bit of an age restriction. And it's a very iconic boss for the Kirby franchise in a way. Yeah, you can see he has a ton of health too. Funnily enough, people freaked out recently from whoopsies. Also, Ribbon's face is so weird in here. Let's try this again. Okay, it just homes in. I'm just gonna focus on dodging. Aim for the weakness up at the top. Aim for his tail. Okay, now we're getting some damage done. Now that I know what I'm doing. Oh, the green stuff does damage. But yes. Blood in a Kirby game was one of the biggest things that I think a lot of people freaked out about when this boss first came out. And I mean, it is a creepy looking boss if you think about it. Can you imagine being a kid and this is what you see? Like, this is like one of those weird angels that you see where it's like, do not be afraid, child, and you're like, sir, this is the most afraid I've been in a while. Because, yeah, it does look like an eldritch angel of sorts. There we go. Is that it? Or is there more? Nope, that is it! Let's go. One death, only. And dark matter is no more, until for now. But here it is, the true ending of Kirby 64, where Ribbon Star is truly saved. And everyone gets a little reward as well, including oh, oh dear Kirby. It is kind of funny that this game is like the only time that we've had Kirby had some semblance of romance, funnily enough, with Kirby. But we get the credits again, and this time around, all the items that were in the background are coloured in now, because we have finally beat the game, truly. Let's go! Just under 3 hours. So we have 2 hours remaining, and that should be a good amount of time for us to do a little bit of Stardew. I'll do a quick switch and break. Oh my god, it's not a frog, it's a giant lizard. Okay, cool. But it is nice to see all these pictures now actually coloured in. And a couple of different things as well. But yeah, this is another Kirby game done and dusted. So it should be at 100% completion, so I'll double check just to be absolutely sure. But yeah, some of these characters we don't see again for a while. Like Adeline and Ribbon do not show back up until Star Allies, which was obviously... Star Allies is definitely a game that was made to be a celebration of the Kirby series as a whole. Yeah, look at that. Casually just a blood angel. And a Kirby that has finally had his mouthful of whatever he was eating. Some of the pictures have changed slightly. But yep, there we go. And as you can see here, 100% complete. So that is another Kirby game done, as I was mentioning earlier. So, I guess I can mark off that Kirby Crystal Shards is finally complete, and I can say I enjoyed this game thoroughly. Like, I think it's a really big step up, like, from 3. 3 had its ups, for sure. I like the art style for 3, but the pacing of some of the levels and Kirby's run speed was really boggy. And some of the requirements to get the 100%, that was difficult. Like, some of the 100% requirements was genuinely difficult to do. Like, the fact you had to do the entirety of the boss rush, that would have been difficult if you were not good at the game, for sure. And you had to do it all in one life, without any breaks. And I think the big thing was, like, a lot of the collectibles in that game, which was those heart stars, some of them were genuinely difficult to figure out what you needed to do for those. I think only in this game there was, I would say, maybe four crystal shards where I would have been a bit stumped and would have to have looked them up. The rest were pretty, like, oh, there they are, sort of thing, or oh, I know where to get the items from, even if we did have to go to different levels. So I would say this is definitely a step up from 3. In terms of 1 and 2, 1 and 2 are definitely down at the bottom of the level right now. 1 was okay, like, I understand, because it's a very simplistic game. 2 I did not really like as much, I will admit. I think it was just, like, it felt too gimmicky with some of the partner animals there, and it was very punishing. And not knowing a lot of the enemies and stuff made it a lot harder. But yeah, I guess I could also say that this is the end of the retro section of Kirby, because I guess we now are moving on to the handheld section, so I'm going to probably, when I upload all these to YouTube, I'll probably put them in its own section for, like, retro Kirby games, so you guys can watch them all in one playlist. And once we move on to the next game in the series, which is Nightmare in Dreamland, which actually I think we can play on this system. I think Nightmare and Amazing Mirror should be on this in here. After that, I'd have to go back to my 3DS, but yeah, we've finished the retro section. We're going to be moving on to the handheld era, which I would say is another 4 games, which will be Nightmare in Dreamland, Amazing Mirror, Squeak Squad, and Superstar Ultra. I would probably group them all together as the handhelds. Then I'm going to group. I guess we could group the 2 3DS games, which is Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot, together because they probably will be longer due to being more modern Kirby games. We don't need to return to Dreamland. I've already played through that game. In fact, I'll probably make it when I put this into a big playlist on the YouTube section. I will just slot that in because we did 100% that on stream back when the game came out, so I have no need to go back to that. But yeah, we'll probably put Star Allies and Forgotten Land in its own section as well, which I am looking forward to. But yeah, I think the next few games will be quite quick. I have no worries about Squeak Squad. I played it on my birthday once and 100% of the game in one stream, so I am not phased on that going to take a long being the thing to take a long time. The other games might take a stream or two, but yeah. I guess we should expect that the Kirby streams are going to last longer, but they're also probably going to take a bit of a backseat as well because we are approaching the final 2 months of the year. So this will probably be the last Kirby game we play for this year, just so that I have time to complete the other games, because we need to complete Monster Hunter Rise, we need to complete DK Bonanza, we need to complete most of Stardew Valley. I don't know if we'll complete it this year, but I would like to get all that stuff completed so I can do a clean slate for next year. So this will be the last Kirby game for now, but we will be back to the series in a bit. And then I guess you guys will see us over in the GBA era, I believe is when Nightmare on Dreamland popped up. I am looking forward to Nightmare in Dreamland. I knew about it as a kid, never got to play it. So I'm looking forward to giving it a go, just because it's sort of like been a sticking point in my memory. But for now, I'm going to just go into the outro for now, just for like a couple of moments, just so that I can cut it for the YouTube side of things. And then I'm going to just pull us over to Stardew Valley. And then I'll take a quick break, grab something to eat, because it is past... well, it's way past my lunchtime. So grab a bite to eat, and we'll do some Stardew Valley. So, I will do the outro for now. It's only going to be like a couple of seconds for those who are sticking around. And I will go on to Stardew Valley. And for all those who are watching on the YouTube side of things, I guess I'll see you in the next Kirby game.